Animal Act is another of the rare episodes Bruce Timm has called one of his least favorite DCAU shows. It features some background on Dick Grayson's childhood as a circus performer and animals committing crimes. What's not to like? Right? On patrol one night, Batman, Robin, and Nightwing come across a gorilla dressed in a trench coat stealing a circuit board from a radio tower.
Peaches?
It's a monkey!
I know that gorilla.
Strangely enough, Nightwing recognizes the primate as Peaches, one of the animals at the circus where Grayson grew up with his family. Haley's Circus is in town, so Dick and Tim Drake investigate. They talk to Miranda Kane, one of Grayson's childhood friends, who's now the lead animal handler. Peaches is safely in her cage, so there's no hard evidence of any wrongdoing. Later, Batman discovers that every town Haley's Circus has been the last 6 months have reported strange thefts of electronic items. After another robbery attempt, this time by bears, Miranda is a suspect. She tells Grayson she has no idea how her animals got out, leaving him to either trust his old friend or dig deeper. Hilary J. Bader wrote and Kurt Gaeta directed Animal Act, so you're starting off with a solid 1-2 punch there. Anything regarding Dick Grayson's backstory is usually pretty interesting. I mean, the Robin's Reckoning two-parter was some of the best stuff in the whole series, and we do get a few nice scenes from that premise. I really like this simple sequence of Grayson looking over an old family photo album when Batman shows up.
You could knock.
But I'd be lying if I said this was a good episode. I don't think it's the worst of the whole show, especially with Critters and the terrible trio out there, but it is a touch subpar. I mentioned in my Terrible Trio review from last year that Bruce Timm listed some of his favorite and most hated DCAU installments back in 2004 on the forums of a website called AnimeSuperhero.com. He included Animal Act with the likes of Prophecy of Doom, Cat Scratch Fever, and the aforementioned Terrible Trio as shows he apologized for. I'm not going to defend it too much, but again, from this fan's perspective, the episode isn't that bad. I'm still surprised the creative team liked Critters so much when this also features the concept of animal antagonists. The twist this story takes does affect things quite a bit. Let's break it down and see if it helped. When Batman shows Dick security footage of the bears being aware enough to punch in an access code on a keypad, they return to Haley's with a sneaking suspicion. Late that night at the circus, Miranda approaches a clown close to the bear enclosure.
Who are you?
A lonely wretch named Jervis Tetch, also known as
The Mad Hatter.
Hatter was disguised as a clown for months, using his mind control technology to accomplish his jobs. He didn't need to be in close proximity to his subjects if they were animals, making them ideal to commit his crimes. Batman and Nightwing arrive to save Miranda from the mind-controlled animals and go after Jervis. But just when they have him cornered, Tetch reveals that the whole circus is under his control. As the former dynamic duo fight off the circus performers, fire is set to Hatter's hat, forcing him to remove it momentarily. That's enough time for his mental dominance over the circus to break, and he flees. Following a short standoff with a gun, Batman disarms Tetch and Peaches the gorilla exits her cage to subdue Hatter until the authorities arrive. Sometime later, Bruce and Dick walk the circus grounds as attendees. At the kids' request, we see that Grayson got Tim a job working for Miranda. Unfortunately for Drake, it's not the most glamorous position. I think I've mentioned in past videos that I'm a Mad Hatter fan. It was cool to see him here, even if I don't love his redesign. His scenes as the circus clown were actually pretty funny, specifically the one with Bullock.
I ain't laughing, Clarabelle. I'll give you to the count of 3. I hate clowns.
This was the last TNBA appearance for the Mad Hatter, although he was in the Superman episode Nighttime, which aired a couple weeks after this. I still really wish this character would get a proper live-action movie adaptation. Maybe one day. I can't recommend Animal Act. It's definitely in the lower tier of new Batman adventures. There are a few things to like, just not enough. However, we do take a deeper dive into a more intriguing part of Dick Grayson's past in the next episode. See you then.